You need to break the habit of being yourself. That is the only way you can change in this life. It's gonna be like the title of this video or whatever, but it's like I've been reading about this for a long, long time. It's about your self-concept, the way you believe things, the way your conscious mind, the way your subconscious mind works, and it's so fascinating. And it's like if you clicked on this video, I assume you want some sort of transformation, some sort of positive change in your life, whether that's getting in shape, making more money, being more vulnerable, being more open, making more friends, whatever. It's like all of that stuff is possible for you. You have to believe that. You have to understand that everything that you want in this life, if someone else has done it, you can do it too. You're a human. You have the same amount of time. You have the same amount of energy. It's just about understanding yourself more and more. And as you grow up, I would hope for everyone who's watching this to go on like a self-discovery like phase of their life where they're like finding their purpose, understanding what they truly like and enjoy, finding things that feel like work and feel like playing, and making that their life per se. And so, but this can only happen if you start like really digging deep into your subconscious mind, looking at your self-image and understanding why you think about things in the way you do, right? And so if everybody grows up with nature and nurture, right? Your natural environment and your nurturing environment, which is like it causes you to become a certain person. And if you never address those things, you stay like that person. And so it's like if you grew up and you never talked to anybody, right? You didn't have any friends. Maybe you like were at home by yourself and you just called yourself introverted and you said, oh yeah, I don't want to make friends. I like being alone. But it's like, it's not true, right? Humans naturally crave connection. You want friends, but you won't admit it. Why? Because you grew up in a certain way and now you want to stay that way, right? And because your brain believes that's the best way to live. But it's like you deep inside, you want to have friends. You see the people who have friends. You see, you want a brotherhood. Maybe you want a girlfriend. Maybe you want just people to be around, right? You eventually want a spouse, whatever it may be. It doesn't matter. It's like you want it. And so you obviously need to change the way you believe and the way you act, the way you think about things. So it's like if you go see people outside that you could probably be friends with, what would you do? You're probably just going to ignore them. You're not going to even approach them. You're not going to try to open a conversation with them because your mind believes that you don't want friends. And until you dig deep into your own subconscious beliefs and think, okay, but why do I believe this? And you're going to have to go back in time. Like you're going to have to really sit and think. The method I like using is like let a thought come up, like especially if you see something like, why would I believe this to be true? And then ask why 5 times. So it's like if you see a person that you find interesting, let's say you have a crush on this person and you go, oh, I would be interested in knowing this person or whatever, I should go talk to them. But then you don't actually go talk to them, there's obviously something wrong. Your brain's going through cognitive dissonance, where it's like, cognitive dissonance is when your brain believes 2 different fundamental beliefs and they're like fighting against each other, so they're clashing. So your brain doesn't know what to do, so you don't know what to do. And so it's like if you're like, oh, that person looks interesting, I would probably be good friends with them, but then your brain goes, no, I'm a loner, I'm an introvert, I don't like talking to people. Now your brain's going like it's clashing. And so you need to literally sit down and let that thought process be like, okay, why did I think that? And you say, why? Okay, I probably didn't want to talk to that person because they don't want to talk to me, right? Like you're gonna start, like your brain will start saying stupid things because your brain just wants to overthink and rationalizes everything. This has been proven in science. Your brain will rationalize everything. Like think about someone who had a boyfriend or girlfriend, then they broke up, and then at first they're like really hurt, and then months pass, they go, and then you start noticing all the bad things that they did to you or with you, and you go, I should have broke up with them sooner. Why? Because your brain starts rationalizing everything. You get a bad haircut and you pay for it, and then you come home, you go, this haircut's not that bad or whatever, right? Because your brain rationalizes everything. Your brain is meant to rationalize the past and your past regrets so that you're not unhappy or depressed or whatever, right? It's like wired in us. But nonetheless, it's like you need to understand why your brain is thinking the way it's thinking, and then alter those beliefs in your subconscious mind so that you can actually change in reality, because everything is played in your mind. Everything, it's all about perception. If you believe something to be hard, your brain will make it hard because you believed it to be hard. And so it's like if you believe making money is hard, you're going to actually start acting in ways to make money hard to get. Why? Because your brain has believed it now, right? Especially if you were in a position in life where everybody around you also struggle to get money, you're going to believe that this is correct, right? Where it's like, say you grew up in a poor household and nobody was making money, nobody got rich. You're gonna believe that this is the truth of reality, when in reality, in the real world, there's lots of very, very rich people. And if you ask these people, these wealthy people, is making money hard, they all say no. But it's like, there's obviously some information that you're missing, and that's why you're not rich, or the people around you are not rich, and it's your job to discover that information until you can figure out how to get that for yourself, right? Because it's not impossible. They're not gatekeeping some secret. They're not There's just lots of little nuanced things that you have to discover until you understand why. Like, let's just say in this exact same example, if everybody that you work around didn't go to college, they didn't make, they never moved up in life, they always just kept jobs that were just very simple, very easy, and very laborious, rather than like using their mind. Of course, they're not gonna make that much money, because your time, your income would be tied to your time, and so your time is limited. Everybody has 24 hours, and your labor is like, if that guy could do labor, another guy could do labor. If you can be trained for the job, it's just not that valuable. Whereas like if you use your brain to make money, like if you were like something in some like a doctor, like someone who's like very smart, someone who's like knows how to do surgery or something, they get paid a lot more, because they're not typically working based upon time. They're working based upon the outcomes they bring, so like a surgery, or they're working based upon like their own business, right, where they like own a practice. So it's like, how much does the practice make rather than how much did they make, right? It's like, you got to understand these little things. There's lots of information that's just not very obvious, and it's your job to seek it out. And I feel like this one is such a huge thing about like your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind holds all your beliefs, and you'll have lots of beliefs that just do not serve you. And so it's like, why would you believe them? And that's exactly what you need to start asking yourself. Why do I believe this? Why do I believe this? Because only then can you change it. Like, I used to have that same limiting belief that like making money is hard, or making friends is hard, or that I'm an introvert. But it's like, if I keep telling myself those things, they don't help me, right? Like if I ever want to get rich, like how does it make sense for me to believe that getting rich is hard? Right? You should believe that it's easy, because humans only do things that are easy to them. If I used to believe that getting like ripped and getting like jacked would be hard. But then when I did it, I was like, wait, it was kind of simple. And that's how a lot of things are in life. They're all the systems. They're all things that you just have to do. And, they take different timelines. But again, you won't believe them until you do them, right? It's like, I didn't think that I was ever going to get abs until I had abs, right? I didn't think I was ever going to become like very good looking when I was like skinny, short, fat. I had like cystic acne. I had like a horrible time. I never thought I could become good looking or whatever. And then it happened. I started getting compliments. I was like, wait, so this all did work. It's like all the things that you want in life, they're all possible. I'm telling you, if you just find out how to make it possible and then actually take the actions, you can get anything you want in this life. It's actually, the world is very rewarding, and it's like, even believing that is such a powerful concept. Because if you believe that the world is just based upon luck and only rich people get lucky, only the lucky get rich, or that only smart people get rich, it's like, it doesn't serve you. Like, who told you that? Like, not a single person has told you that, like, I only got rich because I was smart, I only got rich because I was lucky. It's like, if you believe that, then you're only gonna be like, oh, I'm not smart, I'm not lucky, and then now you're just not gonna get rich. You're not gonna even try, because you believe that you need these certain conditions. So it's like, you need to change your conditions. You need to change your physical conditions, like literally change where you are. Or better yet, this is what I believe, is change your mental conditions. Change how you believe things to be, change your situation, change your pressure, understand why you believe the things you do. You can even influence your own mind to believe that you're more insecure than you are, because insecurity drives action. If you want to get rich, right, but let's say you're like only making $2,000 a month, if you start looking at people around you, if they're all making the same amount of money, you won't take any action, right? Because you think this is a new normal. But if you like go on the internet and you look at these people who are making $10,000 a month, $100,000 a month, $1 million a month, you can be like, wow, like I'm making almost damn near nothing, right? So you're making yourself more insecure. You're gonna feel more poor, and that's what's gonna drive you to action. You're gonna be like, I need to figure out what they're doing, because if it's possible for them, it's possible for me. And you need to have that mindset constantly, right? Always understand that everybody's humans. If they have accomplished something, you can accomplish it too. Don't ever blame some outside external factor. It's always your fault. Because if it's your fault, then you can fix it. You're in control, and you can seek out the information or the help that you need in order to get what you want in life. And it's like that type of mindset, that growth mindset, will literally take you so far in life. I'm telling you, adopt that and just seek out whatever you want in life and figure out how to get it. And you'll have a good life. That's like a purposeful, the most beautiful life you could realistically live. Like, that's what I enjoy doing the most, is just finding out my problems and then solving them, fixing them. And just with enough time, you just start getting everything you want out of life. It's actually insane. And then you realize all these people who said it was lucky or didn't work for them, it's like they just didn't try for long enough, or they didn't try hard enough, right? Like, people quit so fast. Just don't quit. Stay consistent. And just keep keep refining what you're doing. So it's like, if whatever you're doing, make sure you're constantly improving. So if you're making 10,000, work to make 15,000. Figure out the little intricacies that you have to figure out, and then do them. If you do those things in life, you will win in the end. Remember this.